I'll tell you, looks like we're about to get ourselves a rainstorm. What's up, you guys? Chet-Guthrie, the Dream Poet here, coming to you all from Middle Tennessee, more specifically Manchester, and we are out here at the Old Stone Fort State Park. It's been a while since I've wanted to check this out. There are a lot of really interesting artifacts, or a lot of archaeological significance here. There are two Native American Indian mounds, two that I really want to see. They also have a really cool museum, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it was even a part of the Civil War. But before we get into the museum, you guys, which it looks like it's definitely going to storm, we're going to check out this bridge. From what I understand, this bridge, well, I'm guessing this bridge is at least 100 years old, or maybe, I don't know, maybe about 80, 70 years old. It's got the classic metal work in it. But as of right now, this is just a pedestrian bridge. It does go to the campgrounds, but I think that they're renovating it, but I'm honestly not too sure. But it is open to pedestrian traffic, and that wind, it is a-blowing. I think this would honestly make her for a really good fishing spot. But yes, while I was doing my research, this bridge kind of caught my eye. I mean, I kind of, like I said, I really love like the old school type of bridge work that you see with these type of bridges. I know in a former video of mine, if you watch it, it was down, well, it was one of the ghost town in Florida, and they had one of these out here. If I'm not mistaken, Ted Bundy actually hid out there as well. But this is just beautiful. I mean, I don't like the rain. This is really beautiful. But anyway, you guys, as this rain is coming in, let's get on to the museum. Anchor down. Now, to give you a little more of a backstory about Old Stone Fort State Park, is that during the Woodland Indian periods, which was about anywhere between 15 and 2,000 years ago, anyway, the Native Americans of this area, they used this spot as a ceremonial site. Now, up until about 500 years ago, when the Native Americans, the Woodland Indians, kind of abandoned this area, the white settlers really did not know what to think of this area. They couldn't really figure it out. That's how it got the name as a fort. But today, you guys, we're going to check out this museum, and we're going to see more history about this spot. So, let's get inside. Those are some pretty nifty hats. And this is a pretty nifty snake. Apparently his name is Oganali, and he kind of looks like he's hiding right now. This is a topographical view of the old stone fort. Now, it is a Native American Indian mound, as I was saying. You can kind of see where it lifts above the ground. It starts right here, and it opens up along the Little Duck River. Alrighty now. This is an example of how the Woodland Indians made this fort. What they would do is they would take rock and then they would stack dirt on top of it. Looks like those figures are hard at work. So let's see what's through these doors. I really, really dig this photo right here. Really colorful, really. Oh my goodness. But this kind of tells about some of the different trees that the Native Americans used for different purposes. Like these berries, for example. I mean, everybody's heard of a raspberry. They are very good too. And then of course you have the acorn. Oh, now this is really, really cool. You guys, this is a diorama of what one of the woodland Indian huts would look like. How they would make it is they would take dried wood and they would melt it, and on the inside this is what it would look like. They would use like timber. Looks like they would bend it too. During the woodland period, this was a major breakthrough in human transformation in the history of the culture. People would use hide to stay warm. People would use hide as a way of trade between early American settlers. I mean, the hide trade was very important during that time. This is the big question. Why is the old stone fort so sacred? Well, the answer to that, my friends, my fans, my followers, is that while the old stone fort was being excavated, they were finding little to no evidence of people living within the fortification. So that is a big sign that the old stone fort was used as a ritual site, such as like marriage or death or change of the seasons. And this is a great example of what the inside of the old stone fort is made of. And if you want to know what it's like to pick up all this dirt from the riverbed to this hilltop, apparently it's like picking up this. Oh goodness. Well, maybe I would do pretty good back then. They even have a few artifacts that they found from this site as well. Looks like it's a couple of old ritualistic pipes and even some old bone carvings. It's a diorama of what is in the earth's soil. Kind of like from 1950 all the way to current day. You would find a Snickers bar, a beer can, and some broken glass. About, well, 300 years ago, you would find like old nails, old pottery, and Civil War bullets. And then we get down to the Mississippian period, probably around the time of the Ani-Katani and the mysterious Moon-Eyed people. That's kind of some of the tools that they would use. And then to get down to the Middle Woodland period, we'd have to go about 4 feet down. And here in this little back corner, they do have a diorama and exhibit on the Civil War period in this area. For example, in 1879, there was a paper mill out here, and it does look like they have a few buttons that they have found in this spot as well. And I'm assuming they pulled that out of the river because that's a bunch of like old rusted gears and concrete. You know, I wonder how much power that could dish out back then. That was interesting. I did not know how the old woodland Indian mounds were made. That was really cool. So anyway, guys, let's get out here. Let's check this place out. Wonder what's up here. I'm pretty sure it's an overlook of the Duck River. Oh, and it's a puppy. Oh, hello, puppy. Okay. You know what? I really dig this viewpoint. And that was a really cute dog too. Which, actually, that was another vlogger, of all things. She did van life. Her name was Jennifer Verkamp. I'll put her channel in the links below. Yeah, I guess it's a small world, after all. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really digging this state park. Compared to East Tennessee, you know, this kind of reminds me of Fort Loudon in a way. But then again, that's got a lot of Native American roots too. This is the Eastern Gateway. So these mounds right here, this is the eastern entrance to the old stone fort. And apparently, this is the only real or natural entrance, or the original entrance, I should say, into Old Stone Fort. So this is the Old Stone Fort, or at least the trail that is around or inside of the Old Stone Fort. Looks like the old stone fort encompasses about a 50-acre plot of land. Well, this is really, really cool. Right here in front of us, this is the remains of the old pulp mill. Now, as I was saying back at the museum, during the Civil War, a lot of these mills were built along the Duck River, which is the river to our left. And they were mostly using it, well, one major source was gunpowder for the war effort. Other was sawmill, pulp mill, and the paper mills. So way back in the day, this right here, this used to be a really big pulp plant. It would be right along the river, and if y'all don't know what pulp is, it's kind of like the lesser grade wood from trees. Typically you use it for artistic purposes and other things. And I really like how all that root is just like coming out of the rock. Kind of makes me think of something you'd see in a J.R.R. Tolkien book. And it kind of looks like these were some kind of doorway back then, I'm guessing, because I don't think that this was as a result of something being collapsed. It had to be something more. So I'm guessing that there is more to this old pulp mill, or maybe it was the paper mill, because I just stumbled upon this right as walking away from the pulp site. I will tell you, Old Stone Fort State Park is quite literally full of surprises. This kind of reminds me of Laurel Snowfall State Recreational Area, because with their railroads they used to do a similar thing. So this is either the paper mill or the pulp mill. I imagine they were probably this may have just been another annex of the pulp mill. And I was right, that was just another part of the old pulp mill. This is a really cool old wall. Just kind of goes up there, and it's like there was a cave here at one point. This place is so awesome. We've got to come here again. This water, well, it's not so much the water, but the plants and the leaves and the grass. But dude, that is so pretty. We're gonna get in there for a second, and we're gonna get up close to it. Actually, this water actually isn't all that bad. Whoa, I fell. But honestly, you guys, this feels like something you would see in an entirely different world. Maybe like the world of Avatar. Yes, and I fell again, so I probably shouldn't do that. It's like in these weeds, these brushes, you could pretty easily fall. And looks like the waterfall is not far from us. That's also another thing that we came here to see today, because before it rained, I thought that's where I would go to cool my head off. But I was wrong. Although I am kind of cooling off. This is a pretty sweet swimming spot. Check out these rocks. It is like crystal clear. And the best part is, it's not even that cold. Oh yeah, and I saw a little fishy. Well, oh look, there's some fish right there. I'm not sure if y'all can see that. I think those fish right there, I think that's a chub. Yeah, that's a chub. If y'all don't know what a chub is, this is what a chub looks like. They're kind of ugly looking, but very interesting fish all the same. Okay, now this Green River stuff is starting to get a little bit trippy. Just look at how the water is flowing down. Like, that is so cool. I wonder what it's like to get into this current. Well, I'm already finding out, and it's not all that bad, surprisingly. But this would make for like a really awesome inner tube experience. Dude, check this out. This is so cool. I feel like I am in the Amazon rainforest, or maybe South America somewhere. And that waterfall right there makes me feel like, yes, I feel like I'm definitely in the South America region. Oh my God, yes. Yes, you wouldn't, I don't think we're in Tennessee anymore. I think we're in South America. Just check this out, dude, that is so freaking cool. This is one of the main reasons why I wanted to come out here to Old Stone Fort. We're gonna swim in that. This is an absolutely great swimming spot. I'm kind of curious to see what we'll find in this waterfall. I mean, all I'm really seeing is beautiful water, beautiful landscape. And I am enjoying every last minute of this. I mean, this water is crystal clear. I'd probably say it's about 4 feet deep. I'm not sure what kind of fish you could see in that, but I don't think we're really interested in the fish. Oh my God. Like I said, this is otherworldly. I'm definitely gonna have to bring some people out here because this is awesome. You got the old stone fort, which was, you know, of course, old woodland period Indian. You got waterfalls like this and old structures that were here from the Civil War. This state park is a definite recommend. You guys check this out. I'm not sure if that's a water moccasin. All I know is he looks kind of scared, so I'm gonna let him get onto like a safer rock of some sort. But real quick, maybe we can get up closer to him. He is a pretty snake, and he's jumping for it, and well, at least he's on a safer spot right now because he doesn't need to be in that current. And oh my God, it gets better and better. Like this is the other part of the waterfall. I don't know, I feel like this is like something you would see in a movie. Not gonna lie. Just check out, it's like another small waterfall on top of another small waterfall, inside another waterfall. So I guess it can get cooler. We are at the top of the falls. I think, you guys, we are going to get off here now, and we are going to hike a little bit to see a little more of these mounds. So I'm going to get my shirt back on and we're gonna do this. Now that was a fun swim. I really enjoyed that. But anyway, you guys, I am here at the bottom of these mounds. It's kind of interesting. You see, if you look up there, you can see where the hill, where it spikes up and it goes down. That is the mound. And from there you have the inside of it. Now, even some people say that that this particular site had more than just a ritualistic site. Some people say it was built by aliens. There are other theories behind the old stone fort, but I find it very interesting. I find it I find it very interesting that this is a ritual site, you know, like where they'd have marriages, funerals, different changes of the seasons. This used to be the old road that used to go through here back when this was a paper mill. And I was doing my research, since this was the original road that they used to build these mills. There was some care taken of the mounds. Like, for example, here's one of the mounds right here, or at least what's left of it. So if I'm not mistaken, this route that we're taking right now, which is the Old Stone Fort Trail, This right here, this is more of the wall. Like for example, if you all remember what we saw at the museum, beneath this, or this right here, is a lot of interesting rock work that goes on for a good portion of Old Stone Fort. Old Stone Fort, the park itself, is actually even, well, for the better part an island, if you look at it one way. And as we're following the trail around the Old Stone Fort, this is the highest point, which is very interesting. I do like the road there, but this is the highest point of where the Native Americans built this ritualistic site. For a really long time, I always wondered what the Old Stone Fort was like, and now I kind of know. Of course, now that we're standing here at the original entrance to the Old Stone Fort. Anyway, this is a great place to swim, a great place to do other things. I definitely want to come out here and camp. But anyway, you guys, remember, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Always means a lot. Goes to show that y'all care and that y'all want to see more awesome content. So without further ado, you guys, vlog over.